Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today we got the last part of For Rest. So let's go. I want to see what happens next. Story, lore time.
殴るのはあんまり好きじゃないんだけど。再整備いたします。リロード。さあ、思いっきり殴ってちょうだい。
ボルトと私の勝利じゃ。
I became a NIKKE not long after I joined Botanical Garden. I did it in order to fulfill my wish. I needed time to create the everlasting sakura. I threw myself headlong into research, skipping meals and foregoing sleep. Eventually, I became oblivious to the passage of time. The more time I spent inside the lab, the less time I spent climbing up the hill. At some point, I was staying in the lab all the time. After who knows how much time had passed, the everlasting sakura finally blossomed. When that happened, the first person I went to see was Renee. However, the place where I met her wasn't our usual spot on the hill, but inside a quiet hospital room. It's been a long time. Renee. That's why, for the first time, unlike me, who had become a NIKKE, for Renee, who had chosen to forgo the evergreen injection and live her life as a human, time passed much more quickly. How was your day today? Conducted some research in the lab. Took care of the little ones. Just an ordinary day. I see. For me, it's a special day because I get to see you. The flowers are blooming on the hill. I'm sorry that I couldn't go with you to see the cherry blossom tree. I don't have the strength anymore. I came too late. If only I'd come sooner. Trina, I have a favor to ask of you. What is it? The garden. The promise we made. Going forward, in accordance with her last wish, Renee's ashes were scattered in the garden, and her belongings were delivered to the lab. From that day on, I protected the garden so Renee could rest in peace. Is that why the Arboretum is closed to visitors? There's a tree in the Arboretum where Renee's ashes are buried. I wasn't able to keep my promise to her. Instead, I chased an illusion and ruined everything. I created the everlasting sakura and destroyed the true value of plants. I saw that day. I ruined any hope of seeing Renee smile again. No longer was I able to climb up the hill. Despite all of it, however, I still wish for Renee to rest peacefully. It's all I have left. And so I must protect that with everything I have. That is why I can't open up the Arboretum. You regret creating the everlasting sakura. That's why the hill instills you with fear. Yes. Because Renee is no longer there. I see. Thank you for telling us. I'm sure it wasn't easy. As a token of gratitude, I'll tell you my story. You know? Yes. It was a long time ago. Back then, whenever the sun began to set, I would climb that hill habitually. These are so sad. Oh my gosh. More trauma.
Ah,
思いっきりいじめてあげる。もう少し戦う。戦闘終了。
On the last day of the Festival of Harmony, people would exchange their treasured belongings. However, I never had the chance to repay Josh. No, Josh! The first day I went up to the surface, Josh died. Wait, what? But I thought the memory was showing about... No! He was killed by a rapture during an operation. He died trying to protect an inexperienced NIKKE. It was her first time up on the surface, and she had wandered around excitedly without thinking. He threw his life away to protect a pathetic rookie. Keep your chin up, kid. My life for yours. That's enough for me. Stop talking! You're making your wounds open up more. Litter, what kind of person am I? I hope that I'm remembered as a good person. My first excursion on the surface came to a close, and I headed to the rendezvous point. It was the first time I'd ever been on time, but there was no one else there to witness it. My comrades left behind no wills, no mementos. There was nothing left. That's when I realized dying an incomplete death only makes it harder for those left behind. Ever since that day, I've strived to ensure that when I go, I'll leave my mark. I stopped climbing the hill, but it wasn't all bad. There was a lot to do at the workshop, and my comrades were no longer there. That became my daily existence. That's when you came to visit me, Trina. The request to construct the cherry blossom path. Once we were finished with the path, on the day of the Festival of Harmony began, I climbed up the hill for the first time in a long time. As I walked up the hill, admiring the cherry blossoms, old memories came flooding back, one after the other. Banal jokes and pranks between me and my old comrades resurfaced, and I had to stop walking from time to time as I was laughing so hard. Aww. When I finally reached the top, I stood underneath the everlasting sakura. From there, I could see it clearly, what they had left behind. Litter smiles brightly as she gazes at the distant hill. Over there, that's the resting place for my memories with my comrades. I wasn't the only one who saw it either. When I looked around, I could see all manner of people smiling brightly. Some were leaving behind new memories. Some were reminiscing, and all were forgetting their worries in that moment. I want you to witness that, Trina. Even if you're afraid, I want you to climb this hill and face the everlasting sakura. I want you to see with your own two eyes that what lies there is not an illusion. So, Litter reaches her hand out to Trina and stands up. Will you come with me to see the everlasting sakura together? Holding Litter's hand, Trina takes a step forward. With every movement closer to the everlasting sakura, showers of pink petals fill the sky as if responding to their steps. Stay strong, Trina. We're almost there. Okay. If it gets too much, let me know. I'm okay for now. Litter tightens her grip on Trina's hand, and the two of them silently climb the hill. After a while... Aww, look at him. It looks so cute. Look at him. Aww, that sakura tree is huge. Trina once again glimpses the scenery she had left behind on this hill so long ago. You once said that the everlasting sakura was nothing more than an illusion. Do you still feel that way? Underneath the cherry trees, in bloom, the wrongs of NIKKE smile radiantly, as if they had forgotten all their worries. Trina, the everlasting sakura is no illusion. If it were, how could it bring out such wholesome smiles? Your desire to preserve the value of those plants, your yearning to fulfill the promise you made to Renee, they're still alive and well. But Renee isn't here. She can't see the everlasting sakura. There's no meaning to any of this. You're right. Renee isn't here. But her wish lives on. You said so yourself. Renee wished for people to forget their worries for a brief moment while looking at the flowers and trees. I want to see more scenes like this in the future. So I made a garden. My wish is that when people are looking at the flowers and trees, they'll forget their worries for a moment. I'm pouring that wish and my hope into that garden. The everlasting sakura has fulfilled Renee's wish. It's allowed people to be truly happy, even if just for a moment, and smile. That's more than enough to give it meaning. It also means that Renee can rest in peace. Trina's gaze turns to the everlasting sakura, the place where Renee always spoke to her. The everlasting sakura casts its shade over Trina. You're right. Tears well up in Trina's eyes as she gazes up at the everlasting sakura. As if to comfort her, a lone petal drifts into her hand. Your family is up there, aren't they? If you let the wind carry this, it will eventually reach your family. Trina opens her hand, and petal flies up high, carried by the wind. After watching the petal for a while, Trina speaks. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me here. You don't have to thank me. You're the one who brought me here in the first place. You said his name was Josh Summit? Huh? He must have been an amazing commander to have inspired someone as remarkable as you. I should thank him as well as your comrades. You're right. We should. Litter closes her eyes as her memories intermingle with the scent of the flowers. She quietly prays that her fallen comrades may rest in peace. Litter, you said you wanted to visit the Arboretum, right? Whenever you've got time, you're more than welcome to come visit. Sure, that sounds fun. That sounds nice. Beneath the sheltering pink sky, Litter and Trina share stories from times long gone. The next time I see the everlasting sakura, I will remember this day. Underneath the flourishing cherry blossoms, I quietly close my eyes in order to remember today in all of its beauty for a long time. In order to not forget memories of the past and to forge new ones for the future. Aww. Finally, I've got some long-awaited time off. But there's something I can't get off my mind. I can't rest until I get answers. I should pay Botanical Garden a visit. Ooh. Oh, trainer, hello. Hey, Biscuit, I'm surprised to see you here. Today is the last day of the festival, and I promise to help until the end. I knew we could count on you, Sunflower. Blossom, what brings you to the garden today? You need some stamps for your pamphlet? No, it's not that. There's something I've been wondering about. Oh? What's that? The mix-up with the dates on the invitations. Was it really a mistake? Nah, Flora probably did it on purpose. It's hard to say. Will you follow me? There's something I want to show you. Are we where I think we are? Flora leads me into Trina's arboretum. Throughout the arboretum, people rest under the shade of the trees. After you and Marigold took Trina to see the everlasting sakura, she came back and proclaimed that she wanted to open up the arboretum. I must say, I'm quite grateful to you both. I suspected that mistake of yours was anything but. Now that you mention it, where's Trina? She should be over there. Litter came by earlier, so Trina's giving her a tour of the arboretum. Biscuit points off in the distance where I can see. Aww, look at them. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Aww. This place is so refreshing. Isn't it? Litter, do you remember one of the traditions of the Festival of Harmony? Where you exchange gifts on the last day? I remember. Well, I was thinking that I would give you something that's precious to me. Ta-da! Trina hands over an old key to Litter. Aww! It's the key to the arboretum. Are you sure you're okay with giving this to me? Of course. From now on, I plan on keeping this place open to the public. That way, people can visit and forget all their worries, and Renee's wish can come true. Not only that, she'll be able to rest peacefully. To that end, I'd like you to keep this key. Really? Litter gingerly takes the key. I'll keep it safe. Feel free to visit the arboretum anytime you feel like resting. Okay, I'll do that. I really should give you something in return. Here, take this. Litter hands Trina her old pocket watch. Oh no! No! But that's from your commander. That's different. No. I was originally thinking of passing this on to Senti, but I realize now that's not necessary. Even without this, people will be able to look at Senti and remember me. So I'd like you to keep this. Trina takes the pocket watch with an equal amount of reverence. Thank you. I'll also keep this safe. For some reason, my eyelids feel heavy. It's been a while. since I had a nice rest. As Litter dozes off, Trina gently strokes her hair and smiles softly. An easygoing and carefree smile. Rest well, my friend. For rest end. A few days later. Hey, you can't just tell me it's the end and then go, a few days later. We gon' fight. Oh no, she's coughing. I can't believe how much dust has gathered up so quickly. Oh, she's cleaning up the lab. Oh. Let's see. Trina looks around Renee's lab. The tables are lined with Renee's belongings. What's this? Among them, a letter catches Trina's attention. The letter begins with the following. Hello, Trina. How was your day today? It was another ordinary day. I did some research in the lab. Took care of the little ones. A really special day. But you know, Renee? I prepared a festival. And you know what happened there? Warm sunlight, a gentle fluttering breeze, flowers sprouting up and blossoming one by one, dotting the land with color. In the arc, spring has begun, bringing along with it a warm and dizzying array of various emotions. For some, the overriding emotion is excitement. For others, spring brings a feeling of revitalization. And for others still, it brings a sense of nostalgia. So cute. Oh, but also traumatic. Oh my gosh, this event. Cute yet traumatic, of course. Thank you. Thank you for this. Anyway, thank you for joining the event, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then.